Hi, everyone. Welcome to Module 16. In this module, we're going to move into really the most important tool that has been that is used by economists in the area of statistics, and that is called regression analysis. So regression analysis is where we are looking for relationships in two quantitative variables. You may remember in the last module, we talked about looking for relationships between categorical variables. But when we have quantitative variables, we can do more sophisticated analysis and actually look at the relationship in terms of how much one variable changes when another variable changes. And this is what we're looking at with regression analysis. Regression analysis essentially allows us to predict the dependent or response variable based on the value of the independent or explanatory variable. So let's look at the overview of what this module is going to cover. This is the first of two modules about regression analysis, and we're going to start by building up from the basics. The basics of regression analysis, however, require us to use a lot of different techniques that we've been learning all semester, including descriptive statistics, probability theory, hypothesis testing, confidence intervals, etc. So, simple linear regression is what we're going to be learning in this class, and you may not agree that the word simple is the appropriate word for it. However, it is simpler than other kinds of regression analysis that you'll learn if you go on and take more advanced statistics classes. So one thing that's potentially confusing about this is that the word independent is used in different ways in statistics. In one respect, independent is used to talk about whether two events or two variables are independent of each other. In other words, are they unrelated to each other? If they're independent, it means there's no relationship between them. On the other hand, the word independent is also used in regression analysis to refer to the explanatory variable. In other words, the thing that comes first, or what you're using as a predictor to predict the value of some other variable. Okay, so the word independent can be a little confusing because it's used in these two different senses in statistics. And in this module, we're going to be using independent to mean the variable that comes first, or what you might think of as the cause. And it's not always obvious which variable is the cause and which variable is the effect. So that's something you need to think about. In this chapter, then, we're going to be learning about the basic concepts of simple linear regression, how to calculate the coefficients, and how to set up a hypothesis test to test whether there is a statistically significant relationship, or at least a linear relationship, between these two variables. In order to do this, we're going to watch Khan Academy videos with some other videos from YouTube. We're going to do 2 lessons on Hawkes Learning and complete a practice assignment on Canvas. So this is what the module looks like. It's very familiar to you at this point, and you'll go through a number of Khan Academy videos. There aren't a lot of Khan Academy exercises in this one, but there are quite a few videos. And then 2 Hawkes Learning lessons, and then finally the Canvas practice assignment. There's no extra credit in this module, but there are some optional videos. If you're really interested in the technical details of how regression analysis came to be, you may want to watch these videos. If this is the only statistics class you ever plan to take, and you aren't planning to go on and learn more about the intricacies of statistics, then you'll feel safe to skip these videos. These are not required for the exam for Econ 5. Okay, good luck. Let me know if you have any questions. Post any questions to the discussion board. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.